Since I'd been studying hydraulic fracturing since the first congressional hearing earlier this school year, it only seemed natural to stick with it for the second semester project. After I researched fracking for the first time earlier this school year, I decided that I was in support of the practice. In the end, fracking is more beneficial to the environment and the economy than it is harmful. The Marcellus region emits 20% to 50% less greenhouse gases than coal. Also, with fracking, America's carbon dioxide emissions from energy production has decreased by 450 tons in the past 5 years. That's more than any other country. And finally, the United States national production of natural gas is up 35% due to fracking. And there have also been studies done on all the things that people have said fracking contributes to with health violations and everything, and they have been proven incorrect, such as earlier this school year we watched a video where the water was lit on fire. And there have been studies done showing that whether or not there's methane in the water, it is safe to drink. Even if you wouldn't really want to drink it, it doesn't actually harm the human body. For the exhibition of learning this year, I created a poster that expressed my views on fracking, and I concluded the poster with my ideal solution, which is that I believe there should be regulations to maintain a safe and beneficial form of fracking. I also believe that these regulations should be national, because currently regulations are a state-by-state thing, so therefore they can differ, and that can cause problems in the fracking industry. During Model Congress, I decided to submit a bill on fracking, and in the end it did actually pass. In this bill, I stated that fracking should no longer be exempt from the Safe Drinking Water Act and the Clean Air and Water Act, because that part of the Energy Policy Act of 2005 I think should be taken out. And also I believe that the CER-CLA Act should apply to fracking well sites to make sure that they are safe and running productively. I also wanted the EPA to have to sign off on each new well to make sure that it had been constructed properly, because the majority of issues with fracking right now are due to human error and poor manufacturing. And at the end of each year, I would also like each of the well sites to give the EPA a report of how well the wells are performing. Obviously, I can't just go out there and change the fracking regulations on my own. So for right now, all I did was send a letter to the editor to the Washington Post, and you can either email one in or you can send it in by regular mail. I decided to email it because they would receive them faster, and although I sent it about 3 weeks ago, I still haven't received a response, but I didn't really expect to. In my letter, I pretty much just explained that because of the majority of the regulations on natural gas were written before fracking even began, they do need to be amended. I also gave examples of what I think should be amended, which is pretty much what I did put in the bill earlier this school year, and explained a little bit of beforehand. Working with fracking for this project is really difficult because since Virginia is not a huge contributor to fracking at the moment, there wasn't any organizations that I could really go out and see. But I do think that the regulations of fracking need to be improved before this practice can take off and become even more popular than it is today.